What's up, everyone? Kids here, and it has been recently announced that Assassins will be coming out soon for Global and Crystal of Atlan. That's why today we're gonna do a showcase for the two subclasses of Assassin, which is the Specter and the Mirage. Okay, so if you're interested in seeing these two in action, stick around. Also, I've been sick for the past week and I'm still kind of recovering right now. So yeah, some of my videos are kind of delayed. Well, this one's already delayed. So yeah, should be okay in probably 2 days. Yeah, let's go. Pew. So before we start checking out the skills and stuff that the assassin characters or assassin classes can do, first let's look at the rankings because this one actually tells something about the class. And if you look at the global rankings or cross-server rankings for the CN server right here, it's not that popular, which is kind of weird because if you see an assassin class usually in a game, they're usually very, very popular. But if you look at the leaderboards right here, like this is the top players right now in CN. There's like number 58 and then there's number 61. So this is the Specter, this is the Mirage, and there's another Specter, another Specter. So these classes are actually not very popular. There's only 3 assassins in top 100 right now. And one of the reasons why that I've heard is because of the lack of damage of this class. And I kind of felt that as well when I was leveling up the characters. Like, yeah, the characters are pretty fun. They are pretty flashy. They have some awesome skills. But yeah, they do not really hit that hard. Like, look at these. There's only 4 of these guys. But looking at PvP, let's see if they are anywhere in here right now because the season's almost ending. So we have one in top 20. It's mostly Ghost Blades right now. What the heck? Another Specter, or not Specter, is Mirage right there. So again, one Specter, one Mirage in top 100. So you'd think that this class would be really, really good for PvP, but it doesn't seem that way. But hey, look at this. 103, 104, and 105. So yeah, that's just something that you have to consider about this class if you want to main it, because I'm not really sure what everything is or what the whole issue is about this character, why it's not that popular in CN. But maybe it's just overshadowed. Maybe this character is pretty good at level 60 before the level 70 and level 80 caps are increased. But right now in CN, they're not very meta at all. Like, you can see there's very, very few people that are actually using these characters. But still, if you like playing assassin characters, assassin classes, it should still be an okay character to play actually if you're not chasing the meta. Like, you should still be able to do decent as long as you have okay gear for your characters. So yeah, anyways, let's go and we start with the Specter right here. Okay, so the Specter is a very, very cool character. It's basically a shorter version of Sung Jinwoo from Solo Leveling. He's using Twin Dagger, so expect that he is a melee character. Very, very flashy, non-elemental, by the way, for his attack. So he's doing neutral damage, so you can just slap in any elemental damage on this guy if you want to. Okay? So this guy's attacks are pretty flashy. He also has something like an invisibility. Not sure how it actually works, but when you dash, you actually get a cloak of invisibility right here. It might be pretty similar to the Magician's invisibility, but I'm not sure how it actually works in PvP. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool when he does that thing. Okay? And then one of his ults, so this is his Ultra Awakening ult. He actually summons shadow clones that can multiply your abilities for you. So he summons 2 clones and you surround your enemy, and when you cast a skill, they also cast the same skill, which is actually so freaking cool, man. So freaking cool. Like, look at them. Look at that. Look at that. It looks so freaking cool, man. So let's do that again. Can also do our other ult right there. I did not disable any animations so that we can just showcase everything. Like, look at that. So many stuff happening in here. We also have a dash that's based on his bar right here. So whenever you do basic attacks, you're filling up this bar. Whenever you're using some of the skills, it actually uses up this bar right here as well. But you should be able to regen it just by spamming basic attack. And your skill 1 right here is actually a short dash. And if there's an enemy in range, he actually does an attack with it. Wait, he's not doing it. There you go. So yeah, you have to dash and then left click for it to work. But it's pretty cool. Like, if you're very far away, it's kind of similar to Blinding Silhouette, right? Blinding Silhouette of the Magiblade. But again, you're gonna have to stack it up. It looks like when you're in your invisible mode, it actually stacks up on its own already. And again, you can use up to 7 of it. So you can cover quite a lot of distance with it. Which is, again, very, very cool. Dash, dash, and then left click, dash, left click, dash, left click. You can also keep doing that when you're in the middle of a battle, which is actually pretty satisfying in terms of the skill. Bah! Okay, so that's for the Specter. Okay, next up is the Mirage class. So Mirage is basically using this Assassin blade, so single blade on his arm that's actually floating. And what's interesting about this character, as you'll see here in the training grounds in a sec, is he's actually dual elemental, which is indicated by this thing right here. So when it's glowing gold, you're on Electro. And if it's gray, it's going to be Umbro. And it's also on the icons of his abilities. So you use his abilities to switch your colors or your elemental attacks. And I'm pretty sure you can just bypass this by using an Umbro insignia or an Electro insignia so that you don't have to work with dual elementals and just work with one. Okay, so this is the Umbro. So yeah, you can see here it's now gray, and also his basic attacks turn gray. So there's also animation stuff in it, right? So all his abilities actually gray right now. But once we turn this into lightning, there you go. We are now Electro. Animation also turns Electro, which is so freaking cool about this character. This is a mid-range assassin character, actually. So he is pretty different from your standard assassin that goes in close for the kill. So yeah, mid-range assassin character, which is again pretty freaking cool right here. And here's your ult. Bang! Oh, so freaking cool, man. And he throws the spear as well. So those are your 2 ults for this guy. Man, this guy's cool. The only problem is that, again, it's lacking damage. They kind of look like they lack damage. They're so flashy and they do a lot of things. You get a lot of multi-hits. But again, issue that I've heard about this class is that it lacks damage. But still, it's so cool, bro. It's so freaking cool. Okay, after all that, let's take a look at some customization options for this character right here, so that you can actually start planning ahead for your character. So he has a very smug face right here, and this is like his default right here. Pretty lazy eyes. Okay, he's mad right here. So these are all your options when you are going to try to create this character. And I think with hair, there's a lot of good options right here. So this is the default for the Specter. Oh, no, for the Mirage right here. And here are some of the other hairstyles. He kind of reminds me of Razor from Genshin Impact, from the way he actually looks initially. But Razor is not an assassin character. And then, of course, for all the color options, white, blue, yellow, and the other stuff right here. Okay. And then for color of clothes, you only have 3 options right here. Okay. And then let's take a look at the other costumes as well. So here is our banner costume that will never go away. So this is what it looks like on this character. Seems pretty okay to me. Here's the pay to win costume from CN server, and this one actually looks so freaking cool on him. Also have the summer costume, which we have in global right now as a banner. So this is for the second costume for summer. I don't know how to access the old one, so unfortunate. And then for the other costumes, looks like there's only 2 here. So this is the other summer costume, which looks okay. And then, ooh, this one's nice. Holy, this one is pretty nice. So this is Astral of Light costume for him. Yeah, if we look at options, oh, we actually wait. What? This is Yalm. This is Yalm's costume right here. Yalm is not even an assassin though, which is crazy. This is our adventure outfit for the normal, what do you call this? Assassin job. And we have the bauble for all the other costumes actually, but for accessories, don't have much. Have all the accessories as well for the other stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're very limited in costume options. This one might be the best one that he has. Like, this one's so freaking cool. So yeah. Unfortunately, I will not be able to really test out or showcase PvP for this character because it's just going to be super lag and no one's gonna have a good time actually testing them out. So probably we're just gonna do the PvP tests once this guy comes out in the future. Well, let me know what you think about this class when it comes out in global. Are you actually going to switch mains to the assassins? Or is just going to be another alt for you? So yeah, leave your comments, thoughts, and suggestions in the comments below. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below as well. I'll try to answer them, and I'll see you guys again next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay